Here we go, the opening tap. Miller and Delaney will contest for that. Delaney with a 5-inch height advantage gets the tap. Aaron Kaufman with it, right side against an Evergreen man-to-man. Greaser inside down low, turn around by partially blocked. Rebound tipped around off a couple of hands, picked up now by Jake Barden for the Vikings. Over to Brooks Miller. Brooks brings it up the floor. Right side pass over to Ian Lanky. Lanky, bounce pass to Garrett Damon on the wing. Damon, smallest player for the Vikes, but the best rebounder. He averages 8 a game. Baseline 10-footer. Friels has it in and out, no good. Rebound Delaney, outlet pass. He fell down. It's loose, picked up now by Evergreen on the Archbold turnover. Lanky has it into the corner to Friels. Friels swings it back out front now for Miller. No score. We've played 45 seconds into period number 1. Archbold man-to-man as well. Right side, here's Damon. Swings back to Lanky on top of Miller. Brooks takes a look now, penetrates a bit, dishes over, baseline. Friels, hard drive, stopped there by Delaney and must have stepped on the end line. On the baseline, and it goes over to the Bluestreaks on the Viking turnover. Still no score, a minute in. Left side, Greaser, baseline, 10-foot pop on the way, up and in. Eric Greaser breaks the deadlock. Full court Archbold pressure. Inbounds pass now to Ian Lanky. Back now to Damon. Damon with the ball, flips ahead. Good pass to Miller. 2-on-1. Miller going down to the hole. Up with the left hand, won't go. Rebound cleared off by Delaney for Archbold. Kaufman penetrates down the lane to the hole. Up, the runner is too hard. Cleared from the weak side by Damon. Evergreen on the run. Now Damon dribbled it right off the back of Brian Meyer, who had fallen down. Meyer bounce pass is kicked now by Barden and out of bounds. Something you don't see very often. Brian Meyer tripped inadvertently, running down the floor to the defensive end. Damon was following him and dribbled the ball off him.
Good defensive play, you're saying.
Lob goes in now. Delaney inside, puts it up too hard, no good, but draws the foul from Jake Barden. Joe Delaney will go to the line to shoot a couple of free throws. Joe coming off a rough outing at the foul line against Kalida when he was just 3 out of 8. He's a 55% free thrower on the year. Archbold shooting only 53% as a team, so that's been a bit of a sore spot. Just 38% from the floor. Not a great shooting club. Joe Delaney on the line. Free throw on the way, up and in. He gets his first point of the evening. Archbold will be very inside conscious with Delaney's height advantage. And that'll be a big key in this game. Second one rolls off. Rebound Brooks Miller. Miller right up the middle, goes left side now over to Friels. Hard drive to the bucket, shot up, blocked, but a foul. Joe Delaney got him with the body. Adam Friels will go to the line to shoot 2. It's the best way to get a big guy in trouble, Blue. It's taken right to him. Once in a while, you're going to get a block, but that's the way to get at him.
Evergreen got the ball down the floor very quickly that time. Archbold was not back on defense, and that's what set up this 2-shot foul opportunity for Friels.
60% free thrower, drops it in. First point for the Vikes. Bluestreaks 3, Vikings 1. 6:12 to go, first quarter. Second one up, hits the front of the iron and drops over. 3-2. Kaufman pushes it up now for Archbold. Swings over to Krause, run to the left side to Greaser. Side now, here's Delaney. Back out, it goes to Meyer. Meyer pulls up, 12-foot jumper up and good. Brian Meyer gets his first bucket. Down behind the defense. And Brooks Miller, he'll lay it up and in. Doug Krause very unhappy with his team for not getting back. Inside Delaney. Spins to the hole, lays it up and good. Joe Delaney with 3 points. 7-4 Archbold. Damon inbounding now to Lanky. Full court Archbold pressure. Lanky back over to Damon. Damon behind the back on the dribble now. Near the timeline. Flips it ahead to Miller. Brooks Miller. Spin move now on the wing, baseline. Friels, 12-foot jumper, in and off, no good. Rebound kicks out. Barden has it. Brooks Miller for 3, no. Rebound Delaney, we've got a whistle and a foul. A pushing foul inside on Archbold's Aaron Kaufman. His first team second. So the Vikes will keep it. And inbounding will be Garrett Damon. Does so to Brooks Miller. Sends it outside now. Ian Lanky starting a drive. Nice bounce pass into Barden. He'll put up the 5-footer, but it won't go. Rebound taken out by Delaney for Archbold. Outlet. Coming over now to Kaufman. Kaufman, left corner. Brian Myers, 3 on the way. Bounces off, no good. Rebound. Delaney's got it, and it's slapped away by Damon and out of bounds. 7-4 Bluestreaks, 4:57 to go first quarter. Aaron Kaufman to do the inbounding now for Archbold. Flips it outside to Brian Meyer. The Archbold freshman gives it back up inside Delaney. A little turnaround up, no good. Rebounded by Jake Barton. And a whistle. He's bumped from behind and fouled by Delaney. That's his second foul, and that brings Doug Krause up unhappily from the Archbold bench. Chad Knopfsinger will report in. So Delaney will sit down, and there's a factor right off the bat. He does have a tendency to get into some foul trouble. Brooks Miller with it now for the Vikings. Dribbling in backcourt, brings it into front court. Left-hand dribble to the right hand. Kaufman on him in a tight man-to-man. Back out Garrett Damon, driving down the lane. Bouncing over now, Barton goes in, lays it up and good. He got around Knopfsinger. Archbold 7, Evergreen 6. Here's Kaufman, and a bad pass, just threw it away. Trying to go to the baseline to Brian Meyer, way over everybody's head and out of bounds. Archbold with their second turnover, each team with 2. 4:24 to go first quarter. Damon inbounds now, Brooks Miller. Coming up the floor now. He'll stop, foul line. Slapped away from behind now by Eric Greaser. Greaser will pick it up. Bounce pass, it's stolen away by Damon. Damon the other way for Evergreen. Nice pass right side. Lenke's running 5-footer up and in. Evergreen grabs their first lead at 8-7. Kaufman up the floor now for the Bluestreaks. Bouncing left side over to Brian Meyer. Baseline stops from 10, too hard. Rebound Kaufman goes back up with a left hand. Jump hook, no good. Rebounded by Damon. Damon up the floor for the Vikes now. Into the lane, around Knopfsinger, puts it up, no good. Tipped around, kept alive. Friel's back up, blocked by Knopfsinger. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Archbold's Tim Krause. So it'll stay with the Vikings, doing a good job of the offensive board, being active. Here's Paul Cruz into the Bluestreak lineup. Replacing Aaron Kaufman and Tad Ashman for Tim Krause. Here's big Jared Vance coming into the Evergreen lineup. He'll give Jake Barton a breather right here. So Garrett Damon will inbound from side court. Vikes up by a point, 8-7. Bounce pass to Brooks Miller. Brooks dribbling now, right side over to Lenke. Three-pointer on the way, off no good. Rebound battled for, and there's Damon with it. Out front Miller, starting a drive to the hole. Short jumper up, no good. Rebound kept alive by Evergreen, but pulled down in the corner by Eric Greaser of Archbold. Left side, Paul Cruz. Flips into Knopfsinger, a little turnaround up off the glass and in. Archbold regains the lead, 9-8. Inbounds pass, Brooks Miller has it. Left side over to Adam Friels, and he dribbled it off his foot and out of bounds. Boy, he had the baseline, too. Fourth Evergreen turnover. 6'3" sophomore Ryan Friels checks in. Brooks Miller gets a breather now for the Vikings. Kurt Broadbeck into the Archbold lineup, replacing Brian Meyer. 3:06 to go first period. 9-8 Archbold. Expect a close one here tonight. Eric Greaser bouncing left side to Paul Cruz. Baseline Tad Ashman. Flips back into the corner to Cruz, and the wing to Broadbeck. On top now, Greaser has it. Around to the right side, Cruz. Back over to Tad Ashman on the wing. Driving now into the lane, goes into the hole, puts it up, no good. It bounced off, rebound Garrett Damon. Damon will bring it up the floor now for the Vikings. He'll go to the point with Brooks Miller out of there. Right side over to Lenke on a wing. Lenke, the 6-foot sophomore. Lob in now to Jared Vance. Back outside, Adam Friels. Good pass down low to Damon for the lay-in. 10-9 Evergreen. Cruz outside, shot blocked by Lenke. Rebounded by Friels. Friels quickly the other way. Going to the left side on the wing. Swings over to Garrett Damon. Damon will let fly from three-point range. Off no good. Tip Lenke no good. Ball battled for and controlled now by Tad Ashman. Greaser, left side Cruz, hard drive to the basket, up no good. Rebound tipped around, battled for. Knopfsinger puts it up no good, tipped up no good. Cleared off now by the Vikings, Ian Lenke. Lenke to Friels, baseline, running 10-footer off, no good, clear to Asherman. Archbold lickety split the other way. Asherman will stop, almost walked with it, but not quite. Greaser on the wing from 16, it's no good. Kicks right back to him, he'll bounce inside, and Tad Asherman can't quite handle this one. Archbold with their fourth turnover. Brooks Miller back into the Evergreen lineup. Aaron Kaufman back into the Archbold lineup. Vikes up by a point, 10-9. Scott Keller into the lineup now for the Vikings. He'll inbound the ball to Brooks Miller. Miller had it slapped away, picked up by Kaufman. He'll go to the hole, up with the left hand, and good. Aaron Kaufman gets his first bucket, and Archbold regains the lead. Back and forth we go. 11-10 Archbold. Ryan Friels with the ball. Swings over now to Keller, back over to Friels. Archbold zone press. Evergreen's handled it well. There's a bounce pass left side. Miller, baseline, goes in. Runner no good, but it draws the foul from Chad Knopfsinger. They'll send Brooks Miller to the line for a couple of free tosses here. Joe Empch into the Archbold lineup. Brooks shooting 85% at the foul line, 34 out of 40. So in 4 games, he's been to the line 40 times. He gets to the line. Free throw up, no good with the first one. Second one, Miller for the tie. No good again. Rebound Archbold. You won't see that very often. Broadbeck ahead now. Here's to the basket. Way too hard put up by Broadbeck. Rebound, or Kaufman, excuse me. Rebound Keller. To Vance. Vance over to Lenke. Lenke up and over the timeline. Swings over to Brooks Miller. Brooks on the wing. He'll bounce it over to Keller. Keller double dribbled it outside. After a quick breather, Garrett Damon will report back into the Blue Streak lineup, and Brian Meyer back into for the Archbold Bluestreaks. Lenke sits down for the first time. Adam Friels returns, replacing Scott Keller. Archbold 11, Evergreen 10, with 47 seconds left in the first period. Turnovers really plaguing Evergreen. They've had 6 of them. Archbold has 4 of their own. Right side pass, here's Brian Meyer. Going to stop, fire a long 3, bounces off, no good. Rebound Damon. Damon right up the middle. They've got Miller on a wing now. Damon, Miller outside. He lets fly from 3 and hits. Check that, 2-pointer. That's a 2-pointer. Evergreen by a point, 19 seconds left first quarter. Bounce pass left side, Brian Meyer. Meyer on top, Empch, around to the right side to Kaufman. 10 seconds. Kaufman, bounce pass to the right side to Meyer, almost threw it away, picked up Broadbeck, had to force the shot, blocked. Damon picks it up, throws it the other end, the end of the first quarter with a score. Evergreen 12, Archbold 11. We'll be right back. Take a look at the numbers.
Bluestreaks only 5 of 17. Evergreen 5 of 16. Evergreen out rebounded Archbold 15-10.
With the ball into the corner is Friels. Friels on the wing to Lenke. Lenke. Evergreen came up with a lot of loose balls out there in that first period. Did a good job hustling. Now Lenke, pressured by Meyer, ends up dribbling the ball into backcourt for an over and back violation. So the Vikes turn it over. Boy, turnovers were bothersome to both teams in that first period. Aaron Kaufman, picked up by Lenke, bouncing right side to Kurt Broadbeck. Broadbeck down low, nice pass into to Kaufman, puts it up no good, but he draws the foul. So Aaron Kaufman will go to the line to shoot a couple of free tosses here for the Bluestreaks. Kaufman shooting just 41% or 47% at the foul line. 8 out of 17 on the year. He'll have 2 opportunities here. Then Archbold Joe Delaney sitting down early with 2 fouls as Kaufman hits the free throw. That ties it up at 12 apiece. 7:35 to go first half. Second one rolls off. Rebound, Brooks Miller. Brooks goes left side, flips over now to Adam Friels. Friels in the wing. Linky back to Friels on top. Miller has it. Out to the right side to Ryan Friels. To Damon on the baseline. Doubled up, flips back outside. Now Ryan Friels has it. Friels to the wing, and he'll get a whistle inside and a 3-second violation. Boy, the Vikings, the turnovers are really hurting them.
That's 8 for Evergreen. Archbold had 4 in the first half, but Evergreen's just over and back, and 3 seconds that time, and not doing a good job hanging on to it.
So both clubs struggling there. Kaufman to Kraus to Meyer. Backdoor pass inside Kraus. Swings over to Nossinger. He'll put it up no good, but he'll draw the foul. Go to the line to shoot a couple of free tosses here. Jared Vance checks back into the Viking lineup, replacing Ryan Friels. Chad Nossinger to go to the line for the Bluestreaks. Free throw on the way up and in. Nossinger 7 out of 7 this year at the foul line. He's been Archbold's only real good free throw shooter. Second one up, rolls good. So the Bluestreaks with a lead again at 14-12. Full court pressure. Damon inbounds pass, deflected but picked up by Lenke. Into the middle out of Vance. Up the left side, finds Friels. Adam Friels. Off a pick, going to the middle, stops, pops from 16, jumper won't go. Jared Vance with a rebound, good pump fake, back up, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, picked up by Broadback, and now we've got a whistle, and a travel is going to be called against Broadback. So Archbold with a turnover. With 6:37 to go in the period. That did Doug Kraus voicing his displeasure, to say the least. Inside now, short jumper put up by Brooks Miller, and good. Miller with 6 to tie it at 14. Kaufman has it, swings over to Kraus. Kraus will give it up to Broadbeck. Outside Meyer. Meyer back over to Broadbeck in the wing. Inside Ashman. A little turnaround shot by Nossinger up no good. Rebound battled for. Kraus has it. Kraus back up from 10. It's short. Rebound Vance as the Bluestreaks continue to struggle from the floor. Over to Damon. Damon down the lane now. We got a whistle, and a blocking foul is going to be called against Archbold's Tim Kraus. Eric Greaser, Joe Delaney will report back into the Bluestreak lineup here. Our thanks to Kevin Stong and his fine staff for their hospitality and food. Can't talk to Blue now for 15 minutes, but Garrett Damon will inbound. We're tied, 14 apiece. Down the lane now to the hole. Friel puts it up. Oh, they're going to wave it off. A travel is going to be called. That one is going to draw the ire of Jerry Kiefer of Evergreen. Let's get a little quicker than I can see. 14 apiece. Down to the left side now, Greaser, baseline. He's cut off there, swings back out, Kaufman around to the right side, Kraus. Driving to the whole little 10-footer, won't go. Tim's got his own rebound, it won't go with a follow-up. Taken down now by Friels, but he did a nice job taking the ball to the bucket. Here's Brooks Miller now. Swings over to Lenke on the run from 12, up good, draws the foul from Brian Meyer. Ian Lenke puts the Vikes back up 16-14 and will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Here's Ryan Friels back into the Evergreen lineup, replacing Adam Friels. Ryan Meyer sits down. Tad Ashman back in. Free throw up and in. Three-point play by Ian Lenke, and the Vikes lead it by 3, 17-14. Kaufman right side over to Kraus. Kraus looking in, swings in now to Delaney. Little turnaround up, no good. Follow-up, Ashman's up and in. Good follow-up by Tad Ashman, who Here's a ball stolen away by Ashman. Left side, Greaser, baseline. Flips into Ashman. We got a whistle, and Greaser apparently was fouled on the play by Brooks Miller. So Brooks Miller picks up the personal. Brian Meyer about to check back into the Archbold lineup, replacing Tim Kraus. Aaron Kaufman will inbound. Kaufman into the corner now, Ashman. Had lost the dribble, but gets it out front now for Greaser. Evergreen by 1. Right side, Brian Meyer, open three-pointer on the way, won't go. Rebound tipped outside, and Greaser has it. To Delaney inside, Ashman all alone for the lay-in. Pat Ashman with 4, and Archbold's back up by 1, 18-17. Against full court pressure, Brooks Miller over to Ryan Friels, back over to Brooks. Miller splits the double team, goes right side to Friels. Friels starting a drive, running 10-footer up, no good. Rebound, Delaney has it, and a whistle, and he's fouled on the play by Ryan Friels. 5th team foul against the Vikings. First foul on Ryan. 18-17, Archbold by a point. Aaron Kaufman brings it up the floor now for the Bluestreaks, picked up by Ian Lenke. Left side, Meyer. Out of the right side, down low now. Inside, little turnaround, put up no good by Delaney. Gets his own rebound and follows it up and in. 20-17, Archbold by 3. Friels with it up the left side. Now comes the sophomore. Ryan baseline, bouncing into the corner. Three-pointer for the tie from Lenke up. Bounces no good. It got caught up in the support beam, as a matter of fact. So somebody's going to, Neil, go down there and jump up and knock that ball down, would you, please? Now they're going to need another basketball to get this one. Archbold 20, Evergreen 17. Back and forth we go, Blue. Turnovers have really been the bugaboo for the Vikings. The Bluestreaks shooting problems again.
Archbold 3 of 10 this period. They got 5 offensive rebounds. They're getting pretty good shots. You just can't get them to go down. Tim Kraus made a couple nice drives and just 4-foot jumpers, so they just absolutely will not drop. So Archbold just has to, find the shooting touch, because they're shooting about 26% right now, and they're still ahead by 3.
Still, head coach Doug Kraus got to be happy to see Tim Kraus taken to the bucket. He'll be rewarded eventually. Inside now, Delaney, spin move, turn around, 6-footer up and good. Delaney now with 7. Brooks Miller brings it up for the Vikings to the left side, cut off over there. Baseline goes to the hole, lays it up and in. Delaney had to back away to avoid his 3rd foul. Kaufman the other way quickly over to Greaser. He'll stop from 14 too hard. Rebounded by Barden. Barden off to Damon. 22-19. Damon mishandled, picks it back up. Hard drive to the basket. Got a whistle. Offensive foul on Garrett Damon as he charged into Joe Delaney. Viking fans obviously wanted the block called there, which would have been number 3 on Delaney. Foul number 2 on Garrett Damon. And Adam Friels will return, replacing Ryan Friels. Archbold leads by 3, 22-19 with 3:23 to go, first period, or first half, rather. Aaron Kaufman bringing it up the floor now for the Bluestreaks. Left side over to Brian Meyer. Meyer on top, Ashman around to the right side. Kaufman three-pointer on the way, bounces off, no good. Whistle inside, we're going to get a foul. And this one's going to go against Jake Barden of the Vikings. 1-1 for Joe Delaney. Evergreen only had 2 team fouls, Blue, and boom, they picked up 5 in a hurry.
Yeah, they really have.
So it'll be a 1-1 now for Delaney. This will be Archbold's 7th trip to the foul line. They've been fouled in the act of shooting on 3 occasions prior to this. Delaney free throw up, no good. Rebounded by Damon. Damon over to Miller, right back over now to Friels. Friels sends it outside for Damon. 3 minutes to play first half. Into the corner, Friels has it. Outside Barden, around to the right side to Lenke. Lenke on the wing to the baseline. Meyer all over him, bouncing over to Damon. Damon whistle, reaching foul on Eric Greaser of Archbold. 1-1 coming up here for Garrett Damon. Damon averaging 10.3 points, 8 rebounds per ball game. 61% at the foul line this year. Shoots the 1+1. 22-19 Archbold. Free throw in and out. No good. Delaney with, or rather Knopfsinger with a rebound. He's back in replacing Delaney. Probably for the remainder of the half. 2:40 to play. Meyer with it on the right side for Archbold. Outside now to Kaufman. Kaufman swings over to Greaser. Greaser, Ashman, foul line jumper off, no good. Rebound tipped around through a couple of hands, picked up foul line. Kaufman's jumper is up and in, just inside the foul line. Ball went through seemingly about 3 different pairs of hands. Brooks Miller on the right side into the corner. Lenke open 3 on the way, up and good. 8 points now for the Evergreen sophomore. Other way, Brian Meyer to the hole from the left side. He'll lay it up and in. His 4th point. 26-22. Bounce pass to Brooks Miller. 2 minutes to play first half. Over to Lenke. Slapped away by Meyer, but they're going to call him for a reaching foul. Brian Meyer reaching in, picks up his 2nd foul, and the Vikes will shoot 1-1. With 1:55 showing, Paul Cruz in, replacing Eric Greaser for Archbold.
Archbold's whole bench has contributed again tonight. Doug runs them in and out pretty fast, but everybody who's come in's played well.
Tim Krause in, Brian Meyer sits down with 2 fouls. There's Ryan Friels back into the Viking lineup. So it'll be a 1-1. Ian Lenke has 8 points. He and Brooks Miller share scoring honors thus far this evening. Lenke averaging 11 points a game. Free throw up and in. 26-23 with 1:55 to go first half. Archbold up by 3. Evergreen can cut it to 2 if Lenke can convert right here. And he can't do it. Rebounded by Archbold's Chad Knopfsinger. Outlet over to Aaron Kaufman. Kaufman with it now for the Bluestreaks. Round to the left side to Krause. Tim Krause on top, Knopfsinger. Right side, Kaufman. Kaufman on top for Cruz. Cruz back over to Kaufman. Ashman baseline, dribbled it off his foot and out of bounds. So Archbold guilty of the turnover, just their 2nd of the period. So back over to the Vikings, who trail by 3. Bounce pass coming now to Brooks Miller. Miller up the middle, left side pass heading out to Damon. Whoop, we're going to have a whistle and a offensive foul on Brooks Miller. As he threw the pass, he moved into Tad Ashman, and he's called for an offensive foul. Jerry Kiefer's not going to be too pleased with foul number 2 on his All-State candidate. Tough call going against Brooks. Jerry Kiefer wants an explanation from Roger Zorn about that one. Roger Zorn, Jeff Wright, the officials working this one. Tad Ashman, 1-1. We'll try it right here. 5'11" senior. Got it on the way, up and in. That's his 5th point of the night. Season high for Tad. Career high 10 points coming last year in the season opener against Wauseon. 50% free thrower coming into the ball game. Second one off the mark, no good. Deflects around, picked up now by Adam Friels. Friels over to Brooks Miller. 4-point Archbold lead, 1:26. Miller penetrates, flips into the corner now to Barton. Back to Miller, high post. Brooks doubled up, picked up by Kaufman to the baseline. Flips back over to Lenke. Pass inside, knocked away by Ashman. Out of bounds with 1:13 to play. Archbold 27, Evergreen 23. Ryan Friels inbounding now for the Vikings. Swings back outside now to Brooks Miller. Brooks starting a drive into the lane now. Swings baseline. Friels jumper up and good. Adam Friels gets his first bucket, his 4th point. Kaufman cross-court pass. Cruz stops, pops from 17 and hits. Paul Cruz gets his first basket. 29-25. Miller in backcourt now with 50 seconds. Gives it up to Ryan Friels. Back out now Brooks Miller. Looks at the long 3. Now lets fly, and it's off the mark, no good. Rebound comes out deep, saved by Kaufman, picked up by Krause. Back over to Kaufman. Doug Krause, the head coach, saying 1 shot. 33 seconds. Right side to Cruz. high post Nofsinger, round now to Kaufman. To Tim Kraus, right side Nofsinger. Nofsinger out front pass, stolen away by Brooks Miller. 15 seconds to go, goes to the hole, lays it up and in. 29-27. Kaufman up the floor, whistle, he's bumped and fouled by Lenke with 6 seconds to go. Be a 1-1 coming up here for Aaron Kaufman. Back into the Evergreen lineup comes Scott Keller. Second foul on Ian Lenke. 10 seconds to go here or 6 seconds to go first half. Archbold 29, Evergreen 27. Free throw up and in. Aaron Kaufman had his career high against the Vikings a year ago when he scored 21. He has 6 thus far tonight, averaging 9 points a ball game. 5'10" senior guard. 30-27 Archbold. Second one up and in. He drills them both. Archbold by 4. Inbounds pass now Ryan Friels against pressure in backcourt. Into the middle now. Adam Friels got a whistle and a foul called just prior to the buzzer against Archbold. So it'll be a 1-1 coming up for Adam Friels. So Adam Friels will shoot the 1+1. Trying to draw his team to within 2 here. Free throw up and good. His 5th point. Second one airborne, got it again. So Evergreen draws within 2 with no time showing on the clock. Halftime, it's Archbold 31, Evergreen 29. We'll be back. 4-4-1-29. Bluestreaks lead as we get ready for third quarter play-by-play. Blue?
Bluestreaks have to get a little hotter from the floor as they're just shooting about 35%, but see what we shall see. Bluestreaks lead it by 2, 31-29. Archbold with the ball, third period underway. Kaufman at the point, flips to Meyer on the wing. Lob pass down inside, ball knocked loose, stolen away. Vikings down. Here's a ball knocked loose again. Joe Delaney got a hand on, so the teams exchange turnovers. Greaser on the wing. Kaufman top of the circle. Low post inside Delaney. Short jumper up. Can't get the roll. Brooks Miller high for the rebound. Evergreen down 3-on-2. Brooks 17-footer. That bounces high, no good. Delaney with a rebound. Long pass down to Kraus. Kraus all the way in. His running one-hander up and in. Tim Kraus gets his first bucket. Bluestreaks by 4, 33-29. Archbold full court pressure. Brooks Miller in back court. Looks for somebody. Now spins, clears the timeline. Friels on the wing. Damon, his long 3 on the way. That's up and in. Garrett Damon hits a long 3. 33-32. Bluestreaks by 1. Shot put up by Kaufman. No good. Rebound to Lenke. Here's Damon again. Jump shot Friels from the corner up, no good. Rebounded by the Bluestreaks. Brian Meyer comes down with that to Eric Greaser. Lob inside Delaney, and he's pushed. Jake Barden picks up his 3rd personal. 6:43 to go in the third. Bluestreaks by 1, 33-32. Kaufman will do the inbounding. Lob inside Delaney. He spins up off the glass. One-hander up and in. Nice spin move. Joe Delaney's got 9. Bluestreaks by 3. 35-32. Brooks Miller still not across. Now he clears the timeline easily. Friels in the corner. His 8-footer on the way. Bounces. No good. Again, rebounded by Brian Meyer. Bluestreaks by 3. Brian clears the timeline. Greaser. Low inside. Delaney up off glass and in. Joe Delaney, point number 9. 37-32. Bluestreaks by 5. Garrett Damon looks for somebody. Flips ahead to Friels. He clears the line. Lenke. Damon drives. Flips to Miller on the wing. No shot. Here's Damon again for 3. Up, no good. Tipped up and in by Brooks Miller. Brooks Miller with 12. 37-34. Bluestreaks by 3. Tim Kraus, his long 3 on the way. That rattles out offensive rebound, put back up and in. Joe Delaney with 3 quick fielders here. Here's a long pass all the way down. Drive, lays up and in. Lenke with a shot. He has 11. Evergreen just beat the Bluestreaks down the floor that time. 39-36, Bluestreaks by 3. Greaser in the corner. He drives all the way across. His running one-hander up. No good. Delaney offensive rebound. Joe Delaney. 4 buckets here in the first less than 3 minutes of the period. Joe with 15. Archbold by 5 again. And an offensive foul is called on Garrett Damon. That's his 3rd. Offensive foul. Turnover. Ball go over to the Bluestreaks. Substitutions coming in. Jared Vance coming back in. For the Bluestreaks, Paul Krause comes back in. Paul Cruz, excuse me. Cruz and Ashley, yeah. Ashley had a good first half for the Bluestreaks. He had 5 in that second period. Bluestreaks by 5, nearing the 5-minute mark, period number 3. Greaser, top of the circle to Cruz. He spots from 16, up and in. Paul Cruz, his 2nd bucket. Bluestreaks by 7, 43-36. Evergreen having trouble getting it in. They throw it away. Archbold leading by 7, 43-36. Brian Meyer doing the inbounding. Archbold shooting a little better this half. Well, 6 of 10 here in the early going. Meyer drives all the way across. His running one-hander up and in, and he's fouled. It's got to count. It's not going to count. It's not going to count. Okay, we don't get the NBA continuation here. He's had to count. Ryan Friel's back in. Damon picked up his 4th. Garrett Damon with 4. Ryan Friel's back in. Archbold inbounding. Referee getting a little advice from the spectators at the end of the floor. Greaser with the ball, looks for somebody, gets it into Cruz. Top of the circle, Ashleyman. Eric Greaser, his running one-hander, bounces no good, tip no good, ripped off by Jared Vance. He's up high for the rebound. Vance, he stops from 17, up on the glass and in. Jared Vance gets his first bucket. 43-38. Cruz drives all the way, lays it up, no good. Vance again with a rebound. 4:20 to go in the 3rd. Archbold by 5. Adam Friels. Lenke in the corner. Looks for somebody. Friels, his short jumper up, no good. Tip, no good. And a foul inside on Joe Delaney, his 3rd. Pushing foul. Substitutions, wholesale for the Bluestreaks. Knopfslinger comes back in. Aaron Kaufman. Kurt Broadbeck. Archbold by 5, 4:09 to go in the 3rd. Letting a few spectators get back in here. Ryan Friels will do the inbounding right in front of us. We're on the stage here at Evergreen. Good crowd tonight. Archbold by 5, 43-38. Friels looks for somebody, flips way outside. Ryan Friels puts it up, and it's blocked, but he's fouled by Tad Ashleyman, his 1st. That's going to send Adam Friels to the line. He was 4 for 4 from the line in the first half. He was fouled right there with a 2nd to go. Adam Friels, he's played since his freshman year. He's been a good one. Free throw up and in. He's 5 for 5 from the line. Point number 7, 43-39. Second free throw, that and bounces out, no good. High for the rebound, Kurt Broadbeck. Long pass down to Cruz. He turns down the 3. Lob inside. Knopfslinger up off glass and in. Chad Knopfslinger, good move. 45-39.
Archbold's able to get the ball down on the low block to their big guys. Evergreen's not getting anyone in front of them, and it's a fairly easy shot each time.
Archbold knocks the pass out of bounds. It'll still belong to the Vikings. Lenke clears the timeline against Broadbeck. Now he has it knocked away, but draws a foul. Paul Cruz picks up the foul, I believe. Archbold putting good defensive pressure on, but that time they called for the foul. Third team foul, the Bluestreaks. They lead by 6, 45-39, 3:45 to go in the third. Ryan Friel's doing the inbounding to Brooks Miller. Brooks drives all the way, no shot. Friel's top of the circle, looks for somebody. Vikings moving the ball around the outside. Here's a ball knocked loose on the floor. Bluestreaks come up with a steal. Ashelman with the ball to Broadbeck. Kaufman, top of the circle. 3:20 to go in the third. Cruz on the wing, turns down the three. Broadbeck flips in the corner. Low post inside. Knopflinger up off glass and in. Chad Knopflinger with 8. Archbold getting 23 points out of their pivot play tonight from their two big men. 47-39, 3:05 to go in the third. Jerry Kiefer wants a timeout. Archbold by 8, and we'll be right back. 47-39. Evergreen with the ball. Archbold full court pressure. Ball loose on the floor. It's going to belong. Oh, off the foot. One of the Vikings. Turnover. Bluestreaks get the ball. That's the 5th turnover on Evergreen. 3:03 to go. Third period. Archbold shooting much better this period. Kaufman looks for somebody. Ball nearly lost. Broadbeck comes up with it to Ashelman. Kaufman back outside. Bounce pass Cruz. Under 3 to go. Cruz drives all the way. He has it knocked loose on the floor. Still loose on the floor, but the Bluestreaks run it down, and now a reaching foul is going to be called on Adam Friels. 2:47 to go in the third. 47-39. Bluestreaks by 8. Archbold, I said, getting good low post play from Joe Delaney and Chad Knopflinger. Delaney has 15 and Knopflinger has 8. So Archbold with the ball as a result of the foul. 4 team fouls on the Vikings. Low post Knopflinger. His spin move up off the glass. No good. Ripped off by Brooks Miller. Miller clears the timeline. Looks for somebody. Still looks. Vance, top of the circle. Back to Brooks Miller. 2:20 to go in the third. Bluestreaks by 8. Lenke, he drives, can't get inside. Flips to Miller. He unloads a 3 from the wing, up and in. Brooks Miller has 15. 2:04 to go in the third. Archbold by 5, 47-42. Cruz looks low post inside. Knopflinger turnaround jumper up off the glass and in. Chad has 10. Archbold again by 7. Broadbeck picks up the foul. 1:52 to go in the third. Bluestreaks by 7. Common foul. Here's Tim Kraus coming back in. Brian Meyer. Ashelman and Broadbeck sit down. They both did a fine job for the Bluestreaks, who said Archbold's going to play 9 or 10 about every game. They put a lot of pressure on defensively. 49-42 Bluestreaks. Friels top of the circle to Miller. Back to Adam Friels. He goes 1-on-1, can't get away. Miller, baseline drive. He drives all the way, lays it up and in. Brooks Miller with 17. Minute and a half to go, third period. Archbold by 5. Tim Kraus to Cruz in the corner. Low post pass inside. It goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Evergreen. Bluestreaks with their second turnover. They tried to hit Chad Knopflinger down low, but he couldn't quite come up with a bounce pass. 1:20 to go in the third. Archbold by 5, 49-44. Miller clears the timeline to Lenke. Back to Miller. Miller starts a drive inside low post. Very nice pass down. Shot put up and blocked by Chad Knopflinger. Good defensive play that time. There's a pass, driving shot put up, no good, but a foul inside on Lenke, and that's his third. That play before Jared Vance got a great pass, and Chad Knopflinger right in front of us got a hand on the ball and blocked it out of bounds. Or blocked it right to one of the Bluestreaks, so this is going to send Aaron Kaufman to the line, I think, to shoot 2. Aaron had 7 in the first half. He was 3 of 4 from the line. Archbold by 5, 49-44. 59 to go in the third. Remember, tomorrow night we'll be at Delta, I do believe. Yes, we will be. Hilltop and Delta. Delta had a nice first 3 games, didn't they? Pettisville, Patrick Henry, and Wayne Trace. It's a nice way to start your season. I mean, they played well doing both. I mean, those how many games are those 3 going to win?
Absolutely. They had Pettisville down. They played Patrick Henry very solidly, too.
Coffin, first free throw up and in. That's a nice way to start your season with 3 of the best teams in Northwestern Ohio. 50-44, Bluestreaks by 6. Kaufman, one more. Second free throw up and in. Kaufman with 9. Archbold by 7. Eric Grieser back into the Bluestreak lineup. Bluestreaks led by 2 at half. They've stretched it to 7 here with 59 to go in the third. Adam Friels. It's ahead to Ryan Friels. Adam now brings it down. He can play the point, too. Of course, you got Brooks Miller there, but Adam Friels can play it, too. Baseline drive, short jumper, put up and in. Lenke has 13, 51-46. Archbold a little trouble cutting off that baseline here in front of us this half. Cruz on the wing. Knopfsinger way outside. Eric Grieser. Bounce pass to Tim Krause. He draws the double team to Knopfsinger. See if the Bluestreaks now got 18 to go in the period. They will be going for 1. Eric Grieser with the ball. Down to 12. Grieser can't get inside. We're down to 7. Here's Tim Krause. Long 3 on the way up. No good. Rebound, Evergreen, long shot, put up, no good. End of the third period. It is Archbold 51, Evergreen 46. We'll be back with final period action right after this.
First, as always, we thank all of our fine sponsors for making our broadcast possible. 5-point Archbold lead, Evergreen possession. We begin the fourth period. Brooks Miller has it on top of the key now for the Vikings. Penetrates a bit, flips over now. Ryan Friels, long 3 on the way, up and in. It's a 2-point ball game. Archbold had led by 8. It's down to 2, 51-49. Early fourth quarter. Side Delaney back in. Shot up, blocked by Miller. Brooks Miller with a rebound. The right side, Lenke behind the defense. Lays it up and in, and we're tied. 51 apiece. Timeout Archbold. 7:24 to go in the ball game. 51 all. We'll be right back. To tie it up at 51 all. Archbold basketball here, and Kaufman gets the inbounds pass. Left side now over to Eric Grieser. Down low, Joe Delaney. Turnaround off glass, up and good. Delaney bothered by foul trouble all night. Nonetheless has 17 points, a career high. Friels with it in backcourt now. He'll dribble against pressure, brings it across the timeline. Stop, foul line jumper partially blocked now, and out of bounds it goes. Oh, they're going to give it to Archbold. I'm sure Delaney partially blocked that. Jerry Kiefer certainly thought so. Big break for the Bluestreaks. Inbounds pass goes now to Aaron Kaufman. Kaufman left side bounce over now to Brian Meyer. Meyer gives back over to Krause. Krause on top for Kaufman. Kaufman right side over to Meyer. Brian takes a look inside, nothing doing. Back outside Krause. Down low now for Delaney. Through his hands, picked up by Vance. So the Bluestreaks turn it back over. Brooks Miller brings it up now. Goes right side over to Lenke. Inside to Miller, knocked away by Kaufman. Loose picked up by Vance. Vance goes cross court over to Friels. Friels on the wing. Archbold leads by 2. 6:18 to play in the game. Friels has it now for the Vikings. Dribbling outside to the right side, Lenke. Lenke to Vance. Vance over to Miller. Looks at the 3. Let's fly. Good. Evergreen by 1. Brooks Miller hits the 3. 54-53. Kaufman up the floor on the dribble now. Lost handle, picked up Delaney up off glass. No good. Tip, no good. Rebound in the corner. Grieser's got it and throws it away. Tried to swing it outside for Brian Meyer and threw it away. 5:49 to go. Vikings with the ball and a 1-point lead, 54-53. Evergreen had trailed by 8 relatively late in the third quarter. But they've got a couple of big threes here to start the fourth quarter. Now outscored Archbold 8-2. Overcome Archbold's 5-point lead at the end of the third period. Friels up the floor on the dribble. Swings over down to Miller. Picked up Miller, starting a drive now. Pass tipped into the corner. Ryan Friels outside. Lenke around to the right side to Adam Friels. On top, Vance has it. Vance swings over to Lenke. Lenke unable to drive back to Vance. Vance gives it to Lenke. Lenke on top now for Friels. Adam Friels to the left side. Into the corner. Lenke. Lenke will bring it to the wing, now out on top. Over to Vance. Vance on the wing. Jumper from 12 off, no good. Rebound cleared off by Brian Meyer of Archbold. He'll give it up to Aaron Kaufman. Evergreen by a point with 5:02 to go. Kaufman left side to Kraus. Kraus on top, Greaser. Right side. Brian Meyer's long three off, no good. Rebound other side by Adam Friels. Archbold just 1 of 4 from the floor. Evergreen has hit 3 out of 5, 2 threes. Brooks Miller with it on top now with 4:36 to go. Left side, Ryan Friels. Baseline pass, threw it away. Tried to go to older brother Adam and just threw it behind him and out of bounds. So turnovers has killed Evergreen tonight, and Archbold, after that good shooting third quarter, Blue, hit just 1 out of 4, and they've had a couple of big turnovers.
Bluestreaks have to come back, just work the ball inside. Joe's got to go for that head and shoulder fake, and Archbold cannot hit anything from the outside. That's where they are getting murdered. They just have no outside game. They haven't, I know they've shot a few threes, but Ryan hasn't hit any, and he's about their best shooter, and just no threes.
Got a big set play maybe to go inside to Delaney. Dribbling outside, Meyer had it slapped away, picks it up, now it's loose. Lenke with a steal, lay in the Miller, lays it up and good. 56-53, Evergreen by 3. Kaufman to the right side. Flips it outside now, Asherman. Asherman around to Cruz. Cruz with it, swings cross court. Myers three-pointer blocked and taken down by Miller. Miller the other way, Whiffley's fouled outside by Meyer. So the young Archbold freshman having his problems here this evening. Tried to put the 3 up. Brooks Miller got the block and then was fouled by Meyer. Common foul. Vikings lead it by 3. Timeout Archbold. 3:57 to go. We'll be right back with Evergreen up 56-53. Miller calling for a clear out right here, working on Aaron Kaufman. Swings it back over now to Adam Friels. 3-point lead. Evergreen going to spread it out a little bit right here, it appears. Friels, or rather Lenke, out near the timeline, goes over to Friels. Good ball handlers. They just want to use a little clock with that 3-point lead. Spread it out and try to get the backdoor layup or some backdoor down low for a lay-in. There's Miller. Back over now to Lenke. Lenke, right side over to Adam Friels. Friels double team now down the lane. Flips a pass up off Jared Vance and out of bounds. So the Vikes turn it over. So the Bluestreaks, Tad Ashman will inbound. Archbold trailing by 3. They've scored just 2 points here in the 4th period. Garrett Damon's been sitting since early 3rd quarter when he got his 3rd and 4th fouls in a hurry. He reports back in, replacing Ryan Friels with 3:16 to go in the ball game. Aaron Kaufman will bring it up the floor now for Archbold. Other than the center position, Archbold doesn't get much offense here in the second half. Right side, Kaufman has a nothing from outside. Kaufman swings over to Broadbeck. Broadbeck high post now. Delaney back over now on the wing to Kaufman. And Kaufman lost the handle, picks it back up. Swings out front Ashman. Evergreen doing a good job. Still in their man-to-man. They're obviously very much conscious of Delaney. They'll bounce into Delaney and a reaching foul on Jared Vance. Each team was 6. So check out, Archbold has 5 team fouls. Evergreen was 6. Kaufman will inbound. 56-53, Vikes lead it, 2:43 to go. Outside Broadbeck, 3-pointer partially blocked by Miller. Boy, I'll tell you what, right into the hands of Vance. They had Miller loose down the floor, but they didn't see him. Garrett Damon will bring it up the floor. Miller with a couple of big blocks. And Evergreen's come up with the ball on both of them. Vance with the ball, baseline, swings over to Lenke, outside Adam Friels. 2:24 to go. Back now, Damon has it outside. Damon to Friels. Friels Evergreen, good strategy here. Blue trying to force Archbold to foul. Archbold has a foul to give. Double team on Miller. He gets away from it. Swings it over now to Friels. Friels gives it up to Damon. 2 minutes to play. Damon. Down low for Miller. Gets loose. Puts it up. He's too far underneath, and it hits the bottom of the rim. Rebound Archbold. Kaufman the other way. Outside now. Here's Broadbeck. Left side over to Cruz. Cruz driving. Slapped away and picked up now by Evergreen. Up with the ball now. Brooks Miller dribbled it off his foot. Picked up by Kaufman. He'll go the other way, and he's out of control, but he's going to get a blocking foul again on Adam Friels, and it'll be a 1-and-1 for the Bluestreaks. That's a big break for Archbold because Aaron Kaufman had totally lost control of the dribble.
He was stumbling, and he just got fouled. Good play, though. He has that presence of mind to be putting it up.
Krause and Meyer back into the Bluestreak lineup. Broadbeck and Ashman will sit down. It'll be a 1-and-1 here for Aaron Kaufman. Archbold has just 2 points in the quarter, a minute 35 to play. 56-53 Evergreen. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back. 53 with a minute 35 to go. Kaufman is 5 out of 6 at the foul line. He has 9 points in the game. 7 of his 9 coming in the first half. Free throw on the way up and in. He hits a big one there for Archbold. 56-54, just a minute 35 remaining. One more opportunity here for the 5'10 senior. Nope. Rebound battled for. Garrett Damon has it for Evergreen. Off to Brooks Miller. I want the ball in Brooks' hands as much as possible. You got a whistle and a foul, and it's going to go against Aaron Kaufman of Archbold. 6th team foul, so it'll be a common foul. From this point on, the Vikes will be shooting the 1 and bonus. Garrett Damon will inbound from side court. Evergreen 56, Archbold 54. Damon. Inbounding here, Garrett looking, flips now to Brooks Miller. We're going to whistle, and somebody timeout. 20-second timeout, 56-54, minute 25 to go. We'll be right back. 4, Vikes by 2. Evergreen will inbound at the timeline. With a minute 25 left in the ball game, Garrett Damon to inbound. Does so down to Brooks Miller. Picked up by Aaron Kaufman. Over to Miller. Miller taking charge of this game. When his team fell behind by 8 points, he just took over. Here's Miller, backdoor pass, baseline over to Adam Friels. Friels will take it back out front now with a minute 9 to go. Picked up by Tim Krause, spin move. Friels to the left side, brings it back outside, gives it up to Damon. Damon over to Miller. Miller on the wing, a minute to play. Looks at the drive, elects not. Flips back over now to Damon, and he's fouled on the play by Tim Krause. Be a 1-and-1 for Garrett Damon. Evergreen was doing a very good job, and Archbold had to foul with 55 seconds to go. Garrett Damon shoots a big 1-and-1 right here. He missed his only free throw attempt, that coming back in the second quarter. 61% free thrower coming into the ball game. Big opportunities here, got it on the way, no good. Rebound, picked up by Lenke, puts it up, no good, draws the foul. Krause was right there to grab the rebound, and Delaney actually knocked it away from him, and it went right into the hands of Lenke. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Just bad play that time by the Bluestreaks. Either one of them could have had the rebound.
He and Lenke will be on the line. 2 opportunities here. He hits 2 out of 3 in the first half at the line. Fouls on Tim Krause. Free throw up and in. Back to a 3-point Viking lead, 57-54, with 52 seconds to go. Chad Knopfsinger back in for Archbold. Second one up and in. Vikes lead it by 4, 58-54. Kaufman into the corner, now to Cruz. Cruz back to Kaufman. Kaufman, baseline drive, stopped over there and stolen away by Damon. Gives it up now to Miller. Miller in backcourt, gives it up to Friels. Back over to Miller, 33 seconds. Miller up the right side on the dribble. Double team now. Archbold trying to pick it away. Got a whistle and a foul on Archbold's Joe Delaney, his 4th. Brooks Miller will shoot the 1-and-1. With the Vikes up 58-54. 27 seconds to go. These two teams have played 32 times With Archbold having won 28, but Evergreen about to make it their 5th win ever against Archbold. Brooks Miller, free throw up and in. He's been the difference in this one. 23 points for the 6'2 junior. Timeout Archbold, 27 seconds left. Evergreen leads 59-54. We'll be right back. The foul line with his team up by 5 points. 27 seconds left. Archbold has scored only 3 points in the 4th period. Miller free throw on the way up and in. Here's the ball knocked away now from the Kaufman. Can mishandle it, dribbles it out of bounds. So the Bluestreaks with their 7th turnover of the period. They've scored 3 points. Krause and Greaser re-enter with 24 seconds to go. So does Paul Cruz. Back into the lineup now is Ryan Friels for Evergreen, replacing Jared Vance. So the Vikes up by 6 with 24 seconds left. Big 4th quarter difference here tonight. Evergreen, there's a Miller behind the defense, gets away, lays it up and in. 62-54. Krause brings it up the floor over to Cruz. Baseline drive goes in now, shot blocked, but a foul on Brooks Miller with 10 seconds to go. But too little too late for Archbold.
Well, the 4th period has been a complete disaster. They're 1 of 5 from the floor and 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Evergreen 5 of 8 from the floor with 2 threes, 4 of 5 from the line. So you said Brooks Miller just sort of took the game over.
16-3 advantage as the free throw bounces off. The Vikes will go to 4-1, 1-1 in the NWAL. The Bluestreaks have fallen to 2-2, 0-1 in league competition. We'll be talking with head coach Jerry Kiefer. Free throw up and in by Cruz. Ashman back in for Archbold with 10 seconds to go, but meaningless now. The Vikes just have to kill 10 seconds here. Bluestreaks will see if they're with a 7-point lead, 62-55. Damon inbounds, baseball pass down the floor, got it over to Lenke, goes in, short jumper, up and good. Ian Lenke hits 5 seconds, 4. Cruz down the floor, going to the basket all the way, lays it up, no good. Ashman's follow won't count, it's all over. Final score, Evergreen 64. They did count that last bucket. Archbold 57. Out of the last bucket. They took it down. 64 to... Well, again, I don't know. They've got 64-55. It's either 63